Walking. वहाँ पे ऊपर कुछ चालू है। स्क्रीन छोटा हो गया।
Recording in
चलिए let's start. Making a introduction. अच्छा ये comes only for my lectures. Okay, that's okay. Sign against your name first. So in economics, are we ahead of these syllabus?
Yeah, economics.
Oh, coming Friday, is it?
Yes, that is.
Yesterday was. How was the day? So, how much marks it was? 30.
Good. Out of 20.
Out of 20. And just tell me what I was doing last week. Okay. Did I complete explanation complete or notes complete? Explanation complete. Just tell me the subheading. That's it. Subheading. I've started with the labor, and characteristics of labor we have done. Am I correct? I'll explain all points one by one. Now for the note side, characteristics of labor, you want me to give it right now? Or shall I give it second half?
We are doing types of labor.
Types of labor. That also explained, I think. Correct?
Yes, notes.
Notes is pending. Just check whether I've given the characteristics. Done? No notes. Our types of labor? No notes. So you want me to start with characteristics today. So last class only explanation done. Okay. So write down the characteristics and give me one common textbook which you guys are following. Thank you. What's the page number? 25. What is the first heading they give? We'll pick up the most important one which comes for the board exam. You write labor is an active factor of production. Labor is an active factor of production. Labor is an active factor of production. Active factor of production. Point number 1. Labor refers to the exertion of physical and mental. Labor refers to the exertion of physical and mental. Labor refers to the exertion of physical and mental efforts of any worker at fixed wage rate. While writing only, just understand. If you have trouble in understanding, I will change the sentences. Okay. At a fixed wage rate, full stop. It is the most important and active factor of production. It is the most important and active factor of production. Important and the most active factor of production. Because a laborer or worker can think, act, and move in different ways and manner. As per the needed situation. Ways and manner as per the needed situation. Full stop. As per the needed situation. So he functions. So laborer functions as per. Any use about this one? Need of the circumstances. Need of the circumstances. Need of the circumstances. So underline the word circumstances. Other factors. What are they? Land, capital, are unable to do such efforts. If you don't want to write unable, can't do also straight away. Unable to do such efforts. Next. Labor is perishable. Labor is perishable. Labor is perishable. Labor is perishable. I think I had explained detail. Anyone? Labor, we are just starting. Quickly put on the heading characteristics. One point we have done. Just show him what is the space he has to leave. Unlike any other factor of production, 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 labor once lost. Labor once lost on a given day it is lost forever. On a given day it is lost forever. Full stop. So it is a peculiar feature of labor. So it is a peculiar feature of labor which entitles allows a weak bargaining power which forces. If I want to connect weak bargaining power with the word, what is bargaining power of a labor? How much he can demand salary from the employer? Employer, high profits. But will he give the same profits to the laborer? So now you give me a connecting word. So the laborer possess a weak bargaining power. So the laborer possess, this is the word. A weak bargaining power. Bargaining power in comparison to his employer. In comparison to his employer. Do you accept with this point, or anybody needs some information on the same? Read that line and tell me, do you need me to explain? Guys, what is that
Explanation of the last word, big bargaining.
What does it mean? You are asking the meaning of the word bargaining power. What is bargaining power, others? Because when I am saying the salary of a laborer depends on the scarcity of his services. Scarcity, if he is the only laborer who is producing that shawl, which shawl did I give example on that day? Kashmir. What is the name of the shawl? Pashmina. He can demand high rates for that sale. But like him, there are hundreds of people who is producing the same quality shawl. Then will he have a high bargaining or a weak bargaining power? Weak. What is bargaining power? How much he can demand from the employer? When I myself is providing the service which no other person is having, automatically I'll keep my wage rate high only. If the employer wants my services, he has to give the price at which I am offering myself. If he is offering lower salary, I'll say sorry. Why? The services which I am offering is unique. It is not available in other employee. So I always feel your bargaining power depends on the qualities that you possess. Correct? All doctors are MBBS. All doctors may be MD. But in your own area, one MD doctor is already having a clinic of his own. Exactly opposite one, an MBBS floor is open. But the number of patients going to MBBS is more than that of the MD. MD is qualified, isn't it? Why? The way he treats the patient, the way he gives the medicine, the most importantly, the way he puts a smile onto the patient. That's very important. Because today hospitals are not the same kind of hospitals that we used to see earlier. Today, what kind of hospitals we observe generally? Advanced hospitals. Multi-facility hospitals are. Under one roof, you will have all orthopedics, you will have dialysis, you will have heart surgeon, you will have ophthalmologist, you have dentist. Dentist generally thoda sa India mein bhi ghusa nahi hai na, wo log alag rakhta hai. So we say multi-facility, or today we have a hospital which we call it a super speciality. What is super speciality? Sir, Apollo, Wockhardt, hai na, Bridge Candy in Warden Road. Exactly Bridge hospital के बाजू में लता मंगेशकर का बंगला है, flat है, not a bungalow. The area itself is so posh, and the amount of the patients. If you see the hospital, it is I think 21-story building, and even a 21-story building is short for the number of people they come in. I have personally seen people coming all the way from UK and London to get the kidney operations done here, and they fly away also. Why? They say one, the quality is good. Second, the payment that they are making in London as compared to it's almost 1/10. Second, बोलते कि 10 दिन का छुट्टी में हम लोग पूरा बॉम्बे में घूम के निकलते. Now you understand that word bargaining. When you can have a strong bargaining power, when your services are not available easily in the market. Correct? Like you, there are 10 different people. Then will you have a strong or a weak bargaining power? A weak bargaining power. If you are saying, sir, itna hi chahiye, employer will say, sorry, sir, I am getting another labor which is much cheaper than you. Bolega ki nahi bolega? So that is the meaning of the word bargaining power. Is it clear? Now read that same statement and tell me, and try to learn the answers here only. Keep the answers pending at home. And now schools one reopen, very quickly they'll also come back into action, is it? I heard that जैसे school को लेकर 4 or 5 chapters का एक test हो रहा है, economics में नहीं. ठीक है. Next, copy down the heading. Labor and laborer are inseparable. Labor and laborer are inseparable. Labor and laborer are inseparable. Next. Labor is the services or the job done. Labor is the services or the job done by a given worker, by a given worker. By a given worker. Full stop. So, the labor cannot be separated. So, the labor cannot be separated since his physical presence is needed. Since his physical presence is needed for the completion of a given task. His physical presence is needed for the completion of his given task. Next. Labor is less mobile. Next point. Labor is less mobile. Labor is less mobile. He is mobile, but to a certain extent only. He will not keep running once after the transport and communication is there, but even he wants to do some, one place job only. She is asking about highly mobile or less mobile. Is it correct? Mobility means it's not the actual movement from one job to the another. For example, I've been doing teaching since my day one only. Once or twice I had been given an interview in companies also, where I was involuntarily giving the interview. But then for last 15 or 16 years, I've been teaching only what it is. In between some 9 years, I was not here. I got some abroad assignment work. I was working. They're also teaching, but not exact teaching, but assistant level teaching. There they don't accept Asian teachers directly as teachers. So we always believe only one thing. What is that one thing? Yes. With your permission, can I have some chas or buttermilk? No. आप लोग तो चाहिए क्या बोलो मैं मंगाता हूँ भूमिका वंशर बच्चे लोग तो देख के नहीं पीते So when I'm saying about mobility, Indian laborers generally prefer one he or she is entering the job till retirement he wants to there only. Americans वैसा नहीं है, they quickly shift the job. Neither they like any monotonous kind of work, neither they like the same kind of boss. In fact, they don't have something called as sir मैंने 15 साल आपके लिए काम किया, वो बोलेगा 15 मिनट में निकल. Neither the labor nor the owner have any affinity, and they are very perfect. I will do this job, you give me this payment. He'll say, sir, ये भी काम कर दो. Sorry, वो मेरा काम में नहीं है. Are you understanding? So mobility means movement of the worker from one job to the another. I've been qualified as an AC mechanic. Suddenly you give me a work of a plumber. Will I? I may help it out. अगर आपको plumber नहीं मिला. Again, you'll say, sir, आप plumbing भी अच्छा कर लेते sir. आइए ना. No, नहीं, sorry, that's not my job. You call a professional plumber? I don't understand you. So movement of the labor is less mobile. Okay, don't consider the physical movement. He's leaving one job and catching the another. Carry on. They want to write? Still completed? तो लेट क्यों है पहले तो बता क्या लेट हुआ हाँ come again train oh Sunday is and you come from Lue और कहाँ नेहरू तक आता है फिर वहाँ से और एक and Sunday is only you are coming here for the lectures labor in comparison to other factors of production. Labor in comparison to other factors of production except land. Put that land into double inverted comma. Except land hyphen is less mobile. You carefully analyze my way of giving the sentence. Now, less mobile labor का बोलना. Actually उधर बोलना था, but मैं थोड़ा सा घुमा फिरा के दे दूँ. And if I am saying that it is the beauty of the sentence, is less mobile. Except land is less mobile. Continue. The human behavior or behavioral qualities. Have you heard this word behavioral? Right, behavior, B-I-O-U-R, no? Sorry. It is B-I-O-U-R, then add I-A. Here. Human behavioral qualities like sentimental attachment. Sentimental attachment. Common culture or language. Common culture or the language. Common culture or the language. Common culture or the language. Along with nearness to home and surrounding. Nearness to home and the then surroundings. Nearness to home and the then surroundings. Full stop. Do you think these points really affect his mobility? If I'm getting a job which is in Nariman Point, and if I'm getting a job which is in Nehru, I stay in Palm Beach, okay? But the salary wise, Nariman Point gives me only 1,000 or 2,000 rupees extra. But here 1,000, 2,000 rupees less. Now you feel which one I'll be? Why not Nariman Point? I see Nariman Point. Close to my house. And the owner who is giving is from my same language. In fact, we are from same hometown and he is not from my language. These are some behavioral qualities, correct? If I tell you my own example, when I went abroad and then came back, I could have joined any other institute. But then I have already worked with RUT management. I continued with. Correct? Means what? I had some sentimental attachment. Or I had some attachment with RUT faculties and what do you call it? These students. Or one more thing, if I entered into a new department again, at least the management people I have to come through. Students are every year new students are. But at least now I know certain faculties who have been working and So I make a U-turn and came back to UT only. Correct. So I am mobile. I'm not saying that, but there are certain constraints which makes me not immobile, but makes me less mobile. Okay, full stop. Next. We have बहुत सारा points है तो how many 4 points are done, na? Or only 3? 4. Labor sales services, labor supply. अभी मैं सेंटेंस के रूप में देता हूं because पॉइंट से जाएगा तो it will take 9 or 10. Cannot be increased, labor supply cannot be increased within a short span of time. Labor supply cannot be increased within a short span of time depending on the population density of the country. Depending on the population density of the country. Next. The labor only sells, next point रुको, अभी heading नहीं है, ऐसा point के रूप में जाएगा. उधर भी लिखा था तो point change कर देना. Labor sells his services only. Labor sells his services only hyphen. It is the effort and skills which is highly respected by the employer. It is his efforts and skills which is highly respected by the employer. So he is demanded for more for his services. So he is demanded more for his services. Next. Next, laborers differ in efficiency. Heading actually important. Laborers differ in efficiency. Okay, what is efficiency? Laborers differ in efficiency. Yeah, it is predictable also. Laborers differs in their efficiency. Every laborer is different from the other laborer or other. Every laborer is different from the other laborer based on his efficiency or his production capacity. Based on his efficiency or production capacity. Based on his efficiency or production capacity. Full stop. It is mainly due to the quality of training, experience, and his involvement into his involvement into his services. Into his services. Full stop. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to give one more point, 6 main points, and other points you have to combine and write using your own sentences. Okay, and the last important one, I feel quality of workers can be improved. Quality of workers can be improved. Quality of workers can be improved. First of all, do you understand what is the heading saying? How can it be improved? Special training, same training only. But only training will improve or experience. What else? In fact, when ये point को ऊपर ही दिया है. What else? Main involvement.
But if we give them good salary, according to their
हाँ ठीक है अभी देखो जितना सैलरी बढ़ेगा डू यू थिंक उतना वो काम भी बढ़ेगा. In fact, certain side we have seen the salary is the highest, mainly the government job, where my dad used to be part of a central government, and they do, sorry to say, nil job, zero. Why? Government job is आराम करने का. मतलब कैसे चल रहा है काम. But now the government jobs are more worse than the private jobs. I had one of my colleagues, he's a math teacher, he works in that IFS department in Belapur, Indian financial services. He is into tax. बोलता है 9 से लेके 6 बजे तक ही उनका ड्यूटी रहता है. But बोलता है out of the 30 days, 15 days they work up till 10 o'clock. It's the government gives them, but what is the general tendency of Indians over a government job? Sir, काम नहीं करते. But now then, if you have seen certain states, especially I don't want to name the chief minister, where he comes suddenly into the police station midnight 2 o'clock to see what is the police people are doing. In fact, he has made the sub inspector and inspector to clean. Oh, pan ka pichkari bolta hai. It is in the state of UP. He calls all IAS officers meeting 2 a.m. They have to come. He's the CM. The office babu matlab काम करने का, सोने का नहीं है. Every country, the government sector is competitive with the private sector. Don't you think? Private sector will have, oh my God, government sectors are doing. Anyway, government sector profit less and welfare more. Correct, Anna? Whether you do that job within that days or any other 6 months, you are going to get salary every month. But now then the government has made very compulsory. That's what I've heard. If a file doesn't move from 14 days from one table to the another, whatever is the project cost, पूरा कुछ cost आके उसका salary से cut होगा. So better he will remove the file from one table to the another. There was a wonderful serial used to run, and अभी भी आता है, मैंने देखा highlights. Office. कभी YouTube में type करके देखना. The main character of that serial is Musaddila, Pankaj Kapoor, the dad of Shahid Kapoor. Shahid Kapoor को तो जानता है ना? In that office serial, every week one or the other government office he will show you, and how people bluntly do all kinds of काम चोरी, and for that also they'll give you all valid reasons. This is India, but I don't know whether we have any Facebook office in Bombay, but they have it in Bangalore. I have visited abroad. The Facebook office is no more like an office. People are playing snooker. Mother have brought a child into the office. Setup भी ऐसा लगेगा नहीं कि office है. कुछ लोग canteen में बैठा है, कुछ लोग cards खेल रहा है, but all are doing their work. So who is the owner of Facebook? Mark Zuckerberg. Till date, I have never seen him in any of the meetings wearing a blazer and a tie. He wears a simple t-shirt and a normal jeans. He tells to many people question him. He says, I'm not a full executive. I'm not a full businessman. The day when I become the full businessman, I'll wear. In 1 minute or 1 second, how many people log into Facebook? That much amount of income he earns. I think, I don't know, this year, 2 or 3 years before, Queen of London called him for a small party, for a small invite, not a party. That is the only time I've seen him wearing a blazer and a tie. He has married a Chinese woman only, and I have a daughter also. That's what I forgot. So I'm saying that is what the person demands the respect, correct? So despite earning so much millions and billions, not even one iota, you understand what iota? That I am even 1% भी उसका mind में नहीं है, मैं इतना कमाता हूँ. How about you and me? बस थोड़ा पॉकेट क्या गर्म है ना सर? AC टैक्सी बोला. पर पैसा कम होता है ऑटो और भी कम होता है 11 नंबर का बस को. So we always believe that labor is something unique only. I can't ask everyone to behave like Mark Zuckerberg is it. In fact, one of my students only told me, sir, when you become rich, then you do anything and everything, people will look at you from ahs and oohs. Same thing आप भी करो कोई नहीं पूछेगा. क्यों नहीं पूछेगा? You are not Zuckerberg. Correct है ना? I also wear for last 15 years, for example, only t-shirt and normal shirt. कोई मुझसे नहीं क्यों पहनता है ना? कुछ भी पहना. I don't know whether you have heard the statement. Shah Rukh Khan says he never washes his jeans for next 6 months or 1 year. अरे यार करोड़पति है, जीन्स तो धो के पहन, इतना क्या तेरे पास टाइम नहीं है? हाँ वही, we don't know, वो ऐसा बोलता है. If Salman Khan becomes topless, girls might run for him or before him or after him, है ना? But ordinary person cannot. जूता खाएगा. Correct? The girl might look at the hair of a particular actress or any style and she wants to copy. She will be copying also. The way she works, the way she, even the way she talks, but nobody knows. But if it is one girl doing it on the screen, wow, style. That will say, sets at my style. But तुम्हारा वो audience band नहीं है. I don't know what's the name of that girl or lady. Every now and then she releases that, walking all kinds of unwanted dresses. Now उसका नाम मतलब. I really hate that girl. कुछ भी ड्रेस पहन के आती है और वो वीडियो वाले 4 लोग उसके पीछे पीछे घूमते हैं. And what is your story? I don't know. अभी उसका छोटी बहन भी आ गई. 3 sisters are there. बोले ये India is going through what kind of culture? Means what? Every person is showing them unique. Where I remember, I think in this room only some students I found out writing their names on the bench and the wall. मैंने पूछा ये क्या है? Why are you destroying the UT property? Sir, you will not forget me. Bola, if you don't want me to forget you, get good marks. Anubhav sir only takes photos and everything you have seen. Sir, वो नहीं कर सकता sir. इसलिए एक लिखता. Correct है? So uniqueness of the person depends on the mentality he or she thinks. If you tell me that I should not forget you, get the very best marks. Marks nahi hai the good behavior. Because marks doesn't support any bad behavior. If a person is very intelligent in my class, you would have seen. And if he or she misbehaves, I don't leave it. Marks is different and your behavior is different. If I am the person in my family earning very high, can I go and beat my little brother? Can I go and pull my little sister? ये अलग है और वो अलग. Correct? So we always believe only one thing. The uniqueness of the labor depends on how he is offering the services. Like I gave the example of a doctor. Nobody asked me, क्यों MBBS के पास बहुत लोग जाता है? When a patient gets into his cabin, he will not say, बीमार है क्या ये क्या वो क्या दुनिया भर का टेस्ट लेंगे. बोलते कुछ नहीं है. नहीं मुझे दो अरे कुछ नहीं हो. नहीं मैं बहुत छोड़ मैं. Whereas you say सर खांसी अभी नया कोविड का ये स्टार्ट हुआ. Actually इसका कोविड का टेस्ट. फिर और एक टेस्ट. And the report comes and he is very dejectedly shaking his head. And you are very shocked. क्या हुआ? कुछ भी तो नहीं हुआ. इस महीने का तुझे रख के चलाने का but तू fit है. So look how he is behaving. For him it is his business. One of my friend is having pharmacy in that Salpada area only. जब भी मैं मिलता कैसे चले यार कोई बीमारी नहीं पड़ता है. मतलब बीमार पड़ने से तेरा क्या? अरे अपना बिजनेस जो चल पड़े. So you want me to become नहीं तुझे नहीं एक general. It is correct only. As if a saloon or a barber has opened a shop where only Sardarjis are living. You understood what is the comedy? अभी कौन सा सरदार शेविंग या बाल कट करने के लिए अंदर आएगा? And is opening with a grand style, 50% discount. सरदार लोग सब आके बोलते हैं, good. But तुझे अंदर हर रोज मक्खी मारना पड़ेगा, है ना? Maybe Hindu Punjabis might go, but if everyone family is a Sardar family, I heard even Sardaris also don't do haircuts and other things. They don't do, na? So it's like I'm taking a full-time course of AC technician, and I'm placing myself in a country where the temperature, highest temperature is 19 degree only, hot degree. अब उधर AC का repair होगा क्या? उधर heater चाहिए, correct है? So this is what we are trying to say. Every labor tries to sell his services uniquely than the other. तो आप लोग भी अभी सोच लो. After your 10th and 12th, you select the courses what your parents are asking to do, no problem. But get into a line where competition is there. But the competition should not be lakhs and lakhs. Sir, फिर ऐसा कौन सा job है? मैंने बोला IAS है, IPS है, IFS है, ICSE है. Then even some people want to do entire history. ASA department is there. Some people where I teach geography also meteorological department there. Sir, economics, you are most valuable. You are wanted in RBI banks. You are wanted as CSO department, Central Statistical Organization. Your salary, I don't know, I can't even say. And you are working for the population department of our country, demography. And then you will enjoy what is the job you are doing. Okay, and mummy ne bola engineering, papa ne bola medicine, but mujhe to kuch bhi nahi karna. So that is what we always say. You make yourself in such a high position. You are not running for a company. Company should run behind you. But the ordinary person goes to a bank for a loan, 1001 formalities. How did this Vijay Mallya and other fellows taken so many 4,000 crores, 5,000 crores? A bank will loan DI to. Correct, right? In fact, bank run behind these big businessmen. Because they know कि अगर मैं इसको पैसा देगा तो इसे मैं 3 गुना मैं निकाल सकता है. But वो 3 गुना निकलेगा जब वो इंडिया में रहेगा ना, he ran away as a fugitive. You understand who is a fugitive? A financial criminal, and is still enjoying his life. Whoever purchased the bonds and shares of Kingfisher company, they are looted. They are cheated. So that's what RBI also says. If you want to keep liquid cash in a bank, don't keep more than 1 or 2 lakhs. RBI itself will cover you close to 3 lakh, not even 3 lakh. So which bank recently collapsed? PCB, is it? PCM. Punjab, ऐसा कुछ एक बैंक था ना, पूरा collapse हो गया. And there was huge hue and cry. And even the finance minister said that she will be recovering. Where she will recover? Bank को freeze करके बस बात करते हैं. और बैंक का जो shareholders है उनका ही टेंशन है. And shareholders अपने लिए रोएगा या आपका पैसा रिटर्न देगा? मतलब ये ऐसा बैंक रहेगा who might have given the loan to such big VIP. समझ में आ रहा है? And that VIP might put that money in a big project. Project failed, he will not return the money to the bank. If the money is not returned to the bank, the money will not be giving it to you. आप बोलेगा ये मेरा ही money है, हाँ तेरा ही money है, but उसने क्या किया तेरा money के साथ? So this is what banks are. So it's highly risky. At least for last 1 year or 2 years, we are not listening any banks getting collapsed. Correct है? वरना तो ऐसा देखा हर 2 महीने में 3 महीने में banks collapsed और RBI is freezing. So we always believe economics is a subject which can be placed anywhere and everywhere. आप बोलेगा तू पढ़ा था तो बोलेगा इससे हर subject. नहीं मेरे लिए नहीं. I'm just saying for you. It's up to you how do you take this subject. Always. Why suddenly you're asking? Always. As a teacher, I know how wherever I go for economics, they ask me. There are teachers. I'm not saying not the best teachers than me also. But at least this subject gets economics. Whatever. I wish you good. Chaliye, let's proceed. So I was saying which point? Quality of workers. What was the last sentence I'd given? Nothing. Right? Quality of workers can be improved. वही दिया ना? Labor working quality, labor's working quality can be improved periodically through proper education and on-job training. Through proper education and on-job training. Full stop. These training will enhance, you understand, enhance, improve, is overall efficiency. These training will improve, enhance the overall efficiency, leading to a higher demand, of the same labor. Okay, I think how many points? 6 points I've done, correct? The rest of the points which I have not done, you just try connecting with user. If not, only write the heading and finish it off. Then we'll move to the types of labor. Check with me. Just connect your subheadings. That's enough. But this AC has to be shifted somewhere. Can you do a small favor? If that's the don't mind? Oh, don't mind? Oh, thank you. So the balance are ready for your kind of. But अपने आप पे ज़्यादा अभी से burden मत लेना ना, relax. Oh, don't worry, good, yeah. She is such a nice student of mine. So please don't forget me if you reach a high position in your life. Anna, just send me a small hi, hello text. Huh? Gift. I know. Why do I need a gift? The best gift you can give it to me is the marks and your career. बाकी material gift क्या करें? I get lots of pens earlier. वो भी मैं एक दूसरे students को दूँगा. Come on, connect all the dots and give me the heading. अभी जाते समय then you get trains or by the time you from अच्छा. Then quickly put the next heading. Shall I completed it? Okay. Types of labor. I've explained that heading also, na? Okay, right. The first, it's okay. Write on, right? Hey, you didn't write the points besides these 5. Then what did they ask you to do? I said, besides all those points that I've given, you have to write other points only by connecting the subheading. I think yesterday she might be knowing, I checked thoroughly all my SST notebooks, not mine, students. So shall we fix it by next lecture? Will you complete both CS and Eco? She is not there in CS, it's okay, but CA, sorry. So all 4 has to complete their notebook of both the subject. I'm giving you 1 week of time, absent, present. It should not be a fair notebook. It should be a fair notebook. And rough notebook torn from all different sides. Good. Chalo, write down types of labor. Which page did I explain? Second page only. I'm just going ahead. Okay. Hey, in fact, I've made you to copy this now. Physical, professional. I had explained. I'd explained fully. Okay, you write up. Labor classification. Based on the type of work done. Labor classification based on the type of work done. Work. You write A and B. A, physical labor, and B, mental labor. So what I'm going to offer you, it's all there in the textbook. Correct? Where you feel, I will be giving the notes. If you want, I can give all. Then B, based on the skill development. Based on the skill development. Here I'll give the notes. So A, which is that? Skilled labor. Continue. Underline it. Are those laborers who had acquired specialized training, or possess specialized knowledge through practical job training. Acquired specialized knowledge through practical job training. Then you write second one, that semi-skilled labor. Semi-skilled labor. Are those laborers who have only got professional training? Are those laborers who have got only specialized training without any practical experience of the same? Without any practical experience of the same. Next, unskilled. Are those laborers who neither have any professional or specialized training process. So I want you to, Anil, thank you. Now I will ask you to write between professional and administrative, simple sentences. Professional and administrative. I think I have explained in last class, just so I recollect. Professional and administrative. And administrative. Professional and administrative. Use the textual points only, short points straight away. Correct? So are we the second or the third chapter? Third chapter, sure. Productive mechanism, land is completed. Now we are almost in the half of the labor. I need to quickly get into that demand and supply. It's completed. Then, so what? If you get more than one lectures, we can complete. So shall I ask the department to put 2 lectures in a week? But you guys are not speaking. Neither I am. You don't have any problem.
No, I.
So you have to come like a, that's because anyway ECOCS will only be on Sunday. You don't know. Because other days you have other lots of other subjects, na? So in fact, you can take this as an assignment. All types of labor you can easily finish. Is there any types of labor you want to give my side notes? What is it? You want me to give that? Just check in their textbook. Productive, unproductive. Oh, take this. And take your mobile pic. So next lecture when we are meeting, that is on coming Sunday, correct? I'll be checking all your notebooks. And then what else? And your schools are anyway, the coming week is going to reopen, is it? Holi. So Holi means already done. So what we are going to do, since your school is going to, sandwich you, and then you'll have our UT also going to put there. So be a little bit more proactive. Don't be very lazy. Just saying. Because anyway, schools once they start, their level of exams and their classes, I don't understand. There is something in your white color. Remove afterwards. And then every Sunday, even UT is giving you test, is it? So keep studying the subject. Don't keep it one, the timetable is out and then I am going to study. Okay. So I'll meet you exactly 15 minutes. Thank you. And enjoy your Sunday. Those who are not going to attend my lecture next class. Correct? listening to me, what I was doing. Page number. Okay, that 4Ps is the second main chapter which has lots of weightage, I think. And every time I keep saying that I need to start that commercial application. But then let's see. What is the subheading that I was doing? Market oriented stage. Very good. What is the next stage? Society stage. What is the time period of that? Just 1980 till today. Tomorrow we don't know. Tomorrow we know or don't know? Don't know. You got a timetable tomorrow. Whose class is there? Whose? Huh? No. अच्छा मेरा है. Okay, चलिए. Give me any one textbook at least. Okay. So societal stage, did I explain or I have to give directly the notes, correct? इसके बाद क्या क्या नहीं है? Role of marketing नहीं है. Meaning and nature of product नहीं है. Meaning and nature of services नहीं है. And then I'm purposely difference between product and service. Reasons of increasing important service. Cancel. So I think this chapter I'll complete and I'm hopeful that today at least we'll touch that marketing 4Ps. Okay. So write down quickly. Societal stage. Instead of directly writing, at least with the stage name, could anybody tell me what is the societal stage all about? Social welfare. What is social welfare according to you? Where production stage is done, marketing stage is done, and distribution now where some part of the producers and some part of the owners, they keep earning everything from the society only. Now where they say at least some part of my resource should go back to the society, is it? But then Indian concept is very few and limited people are there, but they are doing it. But these Americans have this bad, good habit of doing this. Who has already done it? Bill Gates have already done it. More than 90% of his income is given back to the society. And he has kept, I don't know how many number of CAs, good number of CAs, who is really taking care of that money going to the poor, then education. Ratan Tata is doing, Ajim Premji is doing, Infosys chairman, Mrs. Sudhamurthy is doing, everyone is doing it. Here it is not highlighted. That's the one reason. But anyway, in compared to India and America, their income levels are very, very high. If I say GDP level, India ka 8 to 9% or abhi thoda sa bolte ki 11% jane ka chances hai. If I compare GDP level of China and America is straight away 40%. So imagine how much is the difference. Gross domestic product, the national income, the rate at which the economy is growing. Where is 8% and where is 40% per annum? I'm saying. And if I want to tell you now, the number of businessmen in India is improving better than what it was some 15-20 years before. Earlier they used to say out of every 50,000 Indian, 50, there is only 1 millionaire, I can say, not even billionaire, or 1 businessman. Whereas in America, out of every 5,000, there is 1 billionaire. You understood the ratio? So that's what, even they have the level of poverty, even we have it. But then the level of poverty you better understand. So in this stage, we are going to understand how is the society going to get benefited out of these big entrepreneurs and big businessmen. Okay, let's see. Society stage, right below. In this stage, the concept of pollution, poverty, and scarcity of resources, which is mainly due to the rising population, especially, is it in west or east, or developing or developing? Especially in developing countries like India. He has come late. Especially in developing countries like India. Standing with this leather shoes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Write down the second one. So in this stage, the concept of social welfare. So in this stage, the concept of social welfare is laid more emphasis. How do you explain that word? What do you call it? Social welfare. What is social welfare according to you? Needy people. Now, first of all, we define welfare. What is welfare? Where the government is working to clear the basic problems. You understand basic problems? What are the basic problems for the people? Earlier we say FCH. What does FCH stands for? Clothing and housing or shelter. Now we also included it should be food, clothing, shelter. Now it is we include health plus education system. I mean, now I am putting one more rectangle box. And we say transport and communication, correct? Then we can say standard of living, correct? And now we say better quality living index, that also. You remember that HDI concept in economics? Economics manner. Terms, transport and communication, standard of living, we can say air, clean and pure air, drinking water facility. I can keep on naming. I can say parking facility, parks. Now, this is welfare. When I say studies only makes you knowledgeful. Correct? Studies only gives you, we can say, better behavior. Will you continue your studies for next 5 to 10 years? Paka. Study should give you first the most important and decent job. That's what are you studying for? Key behavior, qualities, anything and everything, it is going to be a part and parcel. But I'm saying educated unemployment is highest in a country like India. And you say, sir, come on, sir, we should not continue our studies. We are not basically dependent on the government. Correct? In fact, if you read the book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, who has written it? Robert T. Kiyosaki. A 9th standard student in America, he was. Today he's the richest businessman in the world. How did? In fact, if you read that novel or the book, it's based on economics only, nothing like a novel. I advise every my students 12th or economics or any MBA be a next student. In fact, he talks about 2 dads. One dad is a teacher like me, poor fellow. And rich dad, who is a person who invests in the stock market. So now you will be getting at least close to 500 monthly, your little bit of pocket money. You can start a SIP plan, systematic invest plan for any mutual funds. Only you need to have a Aadhaar and a PAN card. Now I think anyone can get it. You start putting only 500 rupees into a mutual fund. I'm not saying it is done. You should read the market documents carefully. Allegation बोला invest किया और पैसा लॉस हो चलो उसका पूछेगा मेरे से मत पूछो. By the time you finish your degree, by the time you finish your masters, whatever you are planning, she she'll be going up till doctoral level. मतलब और 5 से 10 साल करेगी पढ़ाई. Then the same mutual funds will give you monthly dividend of close to 5,000 rupees. And that's quite good. You never know if the mutual funds that you've selected is too good, might be 10,000 rupees a month. That's enough. Plus, you are going to earn also. You are not going to keep. Sir ने बोला कि 15 साल से कुछ काम मत कर, mutual funds वो मैं छोड़ दूँगा. अरे वो तो होगा ही. But you are going to also do the job. So that is what we are saying. Welfare concept doesn't mean only I give you roti, kapda, makan. Correct? I think I don't know about the general phenomena, but many people say, ये textbook से ये question कर ले, वो textbook solve कर ले, हो गया. That is there. You are going to get good marks. But knowledge-wise was what? What does knowledge means? What is there in the book? I learned, sir. I know that. What is not there also you are saying is you are giving us. That is something every student now likes it. And I think like you have told me one TV show, Shark is it? Shark Angel. Shark Tan. That's a time, T-I-M-E. Tan. But I think very quickly we found out how good and how bad it is. But then even I came up with a new one, is it? That was a professional fellow who was giving you a training, Mr. Nair. Means, yeah, I share my knowledge with you. You have the knowledge which I did not have it at your age. Because we are not exposed to so much audio visual lectures, so much PPTs, so many recordings, and so now you are so gifted that at least you are having this. Just imagine maybe after 5 years down the line, your education might be completely revolutionized. So here the bacha is only coming for studies, only coming for the marks. That is there. But I always feel that bacha has a brain at this age which is super active. I'm not even saying active, it is super active. And where is that super active brain is working fully in studies? At least assumption. But if you waste that super active brain, let me tell you, this is the stage your brain is the highest energy. Maybe 10 years down the line, the energy of that brain or your thinking habit will decline. Natural, है ना? So that time you might do all musties and fun. But then you see all the American universities and colleges, 90% of the Americans do not clear their, forget about their degree. They do not clear their HSC also, 12th standard. Unka lifestyle waisa hai. You understood what I'm saying? And in American university, 90% of the students who get great marks or best marks is Indians only. Chinese people are there. So it's an insult to the American. We are studying in your own country and we are topping. And you are not topping. Why? Sir, वो lifestyle ही है American का. 16 साल, 17 साल के अंदर वो बच्चा ने जो नहीं करने का सारा काम कर लेता है ना? वही तो एनर्जी है. And then what is it less? बस घूमता रहता बस. And every 15 days you hear one gunshots. है ना? Recently also. That is what we try to imitate the lifestyle of sir. वाह क्या मतलब वाह कुछ नहीं ये हमारा family values and हमारा जो मम्मी पापा है that is really strong. So it's my humble request to you all. You might not be doing. I'm just saying again. So make your energy, which is at the highest level, at least for the next 3 years down the line. बस एक 3 साल के बाद देखो अपना life अपने आप वो track में जाएगा. When you cross the age of 20 or 20 years, you can. And neither the parents nor we are going to come behind you. Oh, ये नहीं करना मेरा life हो गया. पढ़ाई का time में बहुत मेहनत किया. And when you financially become independent, you understand independent? Then pocket money. पापा आपको चाहिए क्या? जो पापा ने अच्छा मैं जाऊँ है ना? But now you want to attain the stage which will be some 10 years down the line. What will happen? 10 years down the line, आपको उस stage में मजा ही नहीं आएगा. I'm saying some indirect meaning, or hopefully you understand. Now, what I'm trying to hide you now, you are seeing thoroughly now only. 10 साल के बाद वो stage आएगा तो तुम करेगा क्या? That's what these Chinese and Japanese do. If I tell you their population pyramid, old age population is high. Marriage 0. Even if the marriage, no children at all. 90% of the Japanese are above 60 years. Whereas India में exact opposite. Youth population is the highest. That's why we say India has lots of energy like you guys. And energy कहाँ जाता है? ये हमारा movies ये वगैरह देखते जाता है. पढ़ाई भी करता है ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं. But थोड़ा बहुत तो distract होगा ही. So we always believe the societal stage is nothing but providing you the basic services along with some improved services. देखो कौन नहीं चाहता है कि आपको कोई ना कोई प्रेस करते रहे एवरी डे. You are looking beautiful, you are looking handsome, you are hardworking. And let me tell you, although you will say nature, but your heart likes it. फिर सरने ना कर. आप भी मुझे तारीफ करेगा मुझे अच्छा ही लगता है. But I keep on doing that only. But you are not doing any 5% revert back to me. What? If I'm saying you are very hardworking, you should say hardworking in the studies. Then I'll say, oh, जो मैंने बोला वो करते हैं. देखो पेरेंट्स आपको बिना पूछे बहुत कुछ करते हैं. क्या आप बोल के करते नहीं ना. बच्चा बोलता है इसमें क्या है? ये उसका ड्यूटी है. मतलब हाँ पेरेंट्स का ड्यूटी है. बट तेरा क्या ड्यूटी है? मेरा अभी कोई ड्यूटी नहीं. अभी मैं एंजॉय. वो थोड़ा सा. So when I'm using the word welfare, I always believe you are the first in our eyes. What is that first in our eyes? बस आप अपना लाइफ को इतना अच्छे से लेके जाओ till your degree. After the degree, you have a blast of your life. And to be very frank, उसके बाद आपको ये सब करने का मन भी नहीं करता. क्यों नहीं करेगा? क्योंकि आपने अपना लाइफ को वो स्टेज में लेकर आ गया. So the whole thing of the societal stage is only one thing. Let the society be a happy place for you to live in. कुछ लोग बोलते हैं सर 1940 में सोसाइटी डिफरेंट था, अभी सोसाइटी डिफरेंट है. Is it so? Same. It's only our thinking has changed. Our mindset has changed. जैसे आप लोग को मैंने वो जोक नहीं बोला, मेरा और मेरा पेरेंट्स के बीच में जनरेशन गैप है. मैंने बोला रहेगा तो ही वो तेरा पेरेंट. 19 ईयर का मम्मी फिर क्या 20 साल का बाप थोड़ी रहेगा तेरा. सॉरी टू डैड थोड़ी रहेगा. फिर वो आपका डैड या मम्मी फिर तूने पता नहीं थर्ड एंड फोर्थ एंड मम्मी पापा लाए. And they had seen the life which they don't want you to see it. Correct? The bad face of the life. So don't you think next time the papa gives you money, will be giving freely? And when you attain that stage, you will also do the same thing. So if I say in see a commercial application, welfare is very simple. So we have done protection, we have done marketing, we have done distribution. Now then what? If the society is rich, if the society is powerful, if the people have their money in the hand, then only they will purchase it. The whole society is poor and I'm making a multiplex theater in that area. So the multiplex theater में कौन आएगा? People are living hand to mouth. And I'm saying, sir, 4D, it says, sir, ये है. अरे बाबा तू कौन सा society में जाके ये बनाया तूने? So that's why now the all modern countries, they say, if corona vaccine is given to only to that citizen, corona is not going to go out. Correct? What India did under the Maitri scheme, they have distributed to so far and far African countries. Don't you think even one citizen comes from that country to India, that again that corona will increase? So it is a welfare concept. To be very frank, America, England, they hoarded the vaccine in such numbers. Some of the citizens of America and London have got 4 shots. अभी भी बहुत सारा गरीब कंट्री उसको एक शॉट भी वैक्सीन नहीं मिली. मतलब वो कंट्री का सिटीजन से वायरस तेरे पास नहीं आएगा या तेरा कंट्री का सिटीजन उधर नहीं जाएगा. So that is what we use the word welfare. And now what is welfare? I study, you study, I enjoy, you all enjoy the life. When it will come? When there is equality of income. When there is fair distribution of income. देखो हम लोग हमेशा सोचते हैं मेरा फैमिली सबसे रिच रहना चाहिए, फिर पूरा सोसाइटी गरीब रहना चाहिए. अरे पूरा सोसाइटी गरीब रहेगा तो तू करेगा. करेक्ट? Inequality is going to be there. ऐसा नहीं कि equality is going to come 100%, but then the inequality should be less. Then only you will feel that your friends are also having similar mentality like you. You meet with friends who have not eaten for the last 10 days. Will they be your friends? I don't understand you. So here, societal states. Let's go to that explanation. Should have gone quickly, but I thought You guys should be given one small dose of explanation. Enough? So under the societal marketing, don't open the book. I was more sleepier than you. In fact, 15 minutes I slept and God sends plus some, dots of water in my eyes and come back. So 15 minutes बैठ के मोबाइल पे ही चालू था ना. तो फिर 15 minutes एक पावर नैप ले लेने का. किसी ने नहीं ली. क्यों नहीं आती? नहीं ये बेचारा. Want to have some food or anything added? Confirm. आपका पेट पूजा हो गया तीनों का. वरना मेरा लेक्चर कान तक तो जाएगा और पर्यंत नहीं जाएगा. You want me to provide anything for you? Confirm. Pakka. Happy. Under the societal marketing stage, firms generally collect the needs, wants, and interest of target markets. Firms generally collect the needs, wants, and interest of the target markets to deliver the desired satisfaction. More effectively and efficiently. Than its competitors. More efficiently and effectively than its competitors. Next point. So this marketing concept. So in this marketing concept, the marketers build societal and ethical considerations into their marketing practices. Ethical consideration into their, underline that word, social and ethical. Last sentence. So the marketers must balance. So the marketers must balance the company profits with consumer satisfaction and public interest. Must balance, I'll explain this. Company profits with consumer satisfaction. Profits with consumer satisfaction. Along with, what is the other word? Obligations. Which we along with our word, along with public interest. Where are you saying that? Sorry. How do you equate these three words in simple line? Abhi, as a marketer or a marketing firm, ये company का profit उसको करना ही है, correct है? But can he neglect these two concepts? Then it will not be societal marketing. What is the road to consumer satisfaction? When I'm trying to sell a product in which you are more happier than your neighbor customer. In fact, you only calling me, sir, next time kab aayega? Your product kab laega? I'm in fact waiting for. Can you name? During the time of this COVID, correct? I don't know. Every house might have done such practices which we will never do at least for the next few hundred years. Even the milk packet was not left out. They thoroughly was even the milk packet also. मैंने मेरा मामू को बोला अच्छे से धो डालो वरना मालूम पड़ा मिल्क के अंदर भी रहेगा। हाँ वो कैसे धोने का? बोला तोड़ने का पूरा मिल्क को पानी में डाल के मिक्स करके फिर से डालना। हाँ ये भी अच्छा है यार। कल कोरोना आने का तो कैसे भी आएगा है ना? Somewhere we using I don't know this one and gloves. A mask is very ordinary like you guys are wearing. That's okay. But anything and everything. But then also corona had hit them. So that's what some West people, European people, they said, let it come. We are ready. And the best vaccine for that, these kinds of diseases is your own body. You have to just cut off yourself from the others. That's the only thing you need to do. I mean, there is a cocoon, I tell you the exact one. It is close to 10 or 15,000. Instead, I want to order that also into my house. But normally, वो commercial area के लिए अच्छा है. It's fitted in one corner like any CCTV. 99.9% germs it can absorb, even the coronavirus. Which company ने उसको order भी किया. It's an indigenous production, but it has to come. Certificate has to come from international standards. I'll tell you the name of the product. पहला हमको लगा कि वो किधर भी use कर सकते नहीं. It has to be fixed in one part of the room of the office only. So अगर if I'm selling that kind of product, I'm not only making profits for the company, but also making what? Satisfaction. And along with the consumer satisfaction, caring for the public interest. What does it mean? It simply means I am making profit for the company. That is a part and parcel. But I'm giving you a product which will not make you sick if some person is sneezing right in front of you. If some person is doing certain activities with which your body immunity will be high. ऐसा प्रोडक्ट कौन नहीं खरीदना चाहता है? Correct है? To be very frank, the sanitizers that you and me have been using contains high cases of what? Alcohol. Many people have their hands, especially the upper part of the hands, skin stoned away. And now also certain YouTube videos you can see. It catches fire instantly like this. Correct है ना? What does it mean? The biggest companies which have earned profit during this 1 and 2 is what? Mask company. Next is sanitizer company. And mask बनाने का कितना खर्चा जाता है? People बोलता है hardly 10 या 15 रुपए और हमको कितना मिलता है अच्छा mask? I remember the first mask I purchased from Amazon N95 was 785 rupees. HEPA filter है ये है वो. But उसे पहनने के बाद ऐसा लगता है कि I'm suffocating myself. But that time it is okay. It was required. But now also I wear it while I'm putting my helmet and driving, but that's just that air doesn't hit me. But I will not wear a N95 very. I don't understand it. So many people started making masks of their own. घर पे जो normal आपका cotton cloth है उससे बना. क्या बड़ा है? Correct. So when I'm saying societal marketing, while doing the marketing, you are going to make company profits. That's for no sure. But then consumer satisfaction and public interest. In China, in every traffic signal, people are given a mask which makes them not, inhale the carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide. Maybe $1 or $2 or it's generally free of cost. What does it mean? Sir, it is purely public interest. Correct? Eh? You are making a big hoarding. Please wear the helmet. Do not talk over the phone when you are riding or driving. It's what? It's a public interest. Have you seen such ads in the TV? Issued in the public interest of all these citizens. Safety. Some people wear the helmet, but they do not latch it up. And very stylish. One good hit, the helmet will be different and you will be in a different color. So these are nothing but which marketing? Societal marketing. समझ में आया? Absolutely clear. Let us wind up this. One more sentence. So in this stage, the marketers are primarily, so in this stage, the marketers are primarily doing an yeoman service. Okay, what is this yeoman? कोई नया मैंने valuable service of spreading the message of yeoman service of spreading the message of safety and security and care for the public health. Safety and security and care for the public health. What is the next heading you want me to do? What is it? It is a point only. The next subheading. Okay. What I am doing. Role of marketing is not there. Now, meaning and nature of the product. Put that heading. I'm giving the word meaning and then quickly meaning and nature of the product. Certain topics I go out of the way and explain just for that. What you'll forget the next 5 minutes of me. Is it so? And then what do you do? At least he said no. What do you do then after that? Now, after listening to the lecture, go home and sleep. And after getting up to sleep, forget it. Then have a lunch. Let us ask Sam, what do you do after listening all this extra things that I keep saying to you guys? You have my lunch. Regarding the point that let me at least hear from him different. He's speechless. इतना तो बोलो ना. Besides what? Oh, good, yeah. But do they check then accordingly? Sure. Thank you. So whether you follow it or not follow it, it is my duty, and it is your duty to forget it as quickly as possible. Write down the meaning of the word product. A product simply means anything which is tangible, and which are offered for sale in the market. Anything which is tangible, you understand tangible, na? And which are offered for sale in the market at a fixed price for a given point of time. At a fixed price for a given point of time. Next. Product simply includes those commodities which are physical and tangible and are packed. You understand packed? With the producer and the retailer's name over it. With the producer and the retailer's name over it. So A product is a physical object, new paragraph, that can be seen. Product is a physical object that can be seen, felt, and seen, felt, and sold in the market for satisfaction of human needs, and are sold in the market for the satisfaction of human needs. Full stop. That's related to product. Now you write features. I think these things you can write on your own, or shall I quickly give one by one? I'll only give lazy ducks. And first one, tangibility. What is the second one? Quickly tell me. Associated attributes. Hygienics. Attitude. Attributes. Sorry. Your way of pronunciation and my way of understanding. Next. Life cycle. Okay. Next. Exchange value. Next. Exchange value. Sorry. The next is deep satisfaction. Next. Out of these 5 points of the nature of the product, where you feel we have already done, tangibility we have already done. What are associated attributes? You don't. Kuch to bol, I know. To eat and sleep. You know. Oh, good. Yeah. Tell me what is tangibility. But it's right. That's in field karke market mein chhod ke aayega ya kharidega? You can buy it. It can be packed. It can be transported. Correct. What is this associated attributes according to you? Communalize.
Makes the product different from others.
Correct. Even she is explaining the same. And if I tell you this starch tea bags are sold from right from our Dadaji's time. Even today also this Taj tea, Taj Mahal. Earlier it was at Zakir Hussain, Tabla. Now may be different. The ads are going different, but the packet, what it was done 15 years before, if the same packet comes to you, will you buy it? Why? Yeah, attributes chahiye uska. I think Taj was the first tea which came up with the aroma sealed pack. You know what is aroma? The freshness that it is there in the tea garden will come. By the time you open, that freshness will come. Lipton was a company which came up with tea bags. You understand what are tea bags? What are tea bags? Sir, you can dip tea. It's called dip tea people. It is so easy, sir. What is so easy means? You can carry just a glass of hot water. And then what else improvement? Today we have a company called, I think, Dabur or any other brand where 3 doses, where tea is having so many other, what do you call it, ashwagandha, I don't know what is that ad saying. Abhi hamara chai mein sab kuch hai, but chai mein 3 doses. And kya pata, aage jaake jitna chai piyega utna beautiful. I think ladies drink, what is that? Green tea. Only once in my life I've tasted it. I will not taste it for the next part of my life. Itna ganda taste hai. है ना? नहीं sir, बहुत अच्छा पियो green tea. So these are certain attributes which make my product different from the others. Okay, every company makes toothpaste, to be very frank, every company has fluoride in it. High levels of fluoride means that the teeth itself can go. तो क्या बोलता है? It can eat away the teeth. But there are certain Ayurvedic brands which have some powder. That is good for your, especially the gums. The toothbrush which you say the bristles might injure the gums. तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि आज से बंद मत करो, मैं बोल रहा हूँ. At least once in a day, night time, you just massage your gums. What are gums? You know better. So when I'm trying to sell a product like this, I'm discussing its associated. Next, I say life cycle. If I say certain products are perishable, morning liya, दोपहर तक खाना ही चाहिए आपको. But there are certain products which might be durables, which might go. But then both durables and perishables, they have their own life cycle. Life cycle का मतलब क्या? How long you can use it? देखो एक time था China's company has really dealt with Indian markets and Indian customer. It has really broken the backbone of Indian producer. So for anything, everything Indian company was looking for China. Car spare parts, your computer spare parts, electronic spare parts, because that is the cheapest. But the problem was that it was not durable. So what is that concept was very famous? Use and throw. Hai what is use and throw? Kharab ho gaya, you better throw it instead of. But I think I remember during certain of our dad's age, a radio in your house is also considered. Achha, tera ghar mein radio hai. And that also a Philips radio. It's a foreign brand, but manufactured in India. But then there was a brand called Japanese called Murphy. Very high quality radio, transistors, transistor. I don't know. R1. That I remember. वो कुछ fixed song रहता. वो radio नहीं है मैडम. वो लोग का preloaded songs रहता. आप उतना ही सुन सकते हैं जितना उसमें loaded किया. You cannot use any channels. So we believe that this is life cycle. Then that word exchange value. I think I am a good fan of two-wheelers and keep riding. So one है which is I really done it on my own. ये facility चाहिए, वो facility चाहिए, बहुत कुछ मैंने काम किया. It is as good as like any other Harley Davidson or any other bike which I ride for the brand fellow. अभी वो 15 लाख का गाड़ी है. Even a slight thing, it will cost me such a way. I don't want to take that bike out of my house at all. वो उधर ही खड़ा रहेगा. पूरा 15 लाख भी गया and ऊपर से servicing का वो अलग. 7,000 to 10,000 is only the servicing cost. And it's like buying an elephant and putting that. But then when you buy any two-wheeler or a four-wheeler, you always go for this. So exchange value. Generally, commodities which are very costly brand, it doesn't have any exchange value. आपने 15 लाख में खरीदा फिर अगर आप एक 6 महीने के बाद उसको बेचेगा वो लेकर 7 लाख में देते 50%. ये भी बहुत ज्यादा है. Directly your 50% money is gone. But you use like the bike in India called Hero Wala Splendor. Splendor have you heard? It has a great exchange value. Every nook and corner of Maharashtra village I have seen the Splendor. In fact, Splendor is coming up with the electric motor. I am waiting for a bike which is already, I think now only in break I was seeing. The name of the brand is Zeppelin, which is a little bit unique. पिछले 9 साल से वो मार्केट में आ रहा है. Finally अभी ये जून बोला है. Let's see. So when I buy one product, I always compare इसका exchange value मुझे कितना मिलेगा. After certain age, I am not happy with that product. I want to push it. I want to buy a new one. If its exchange value is 0, then I won't buy that commodity too much. एक बार या दो बार use करेगा. And next one, it is the deep satisfaction. Why they put the word deep satisfaction instead of only satisfaction? हाँ, deep need है. बोलने का नंबर मिलेगा. ठीक है. Deep satisfaction. That's very wrong part of my ears. Hearing the wrong things. अच्छा, who will tell me deep satisfaction if I say I don't know? If it is not satisfying, then you will not buy it. You will not buy it. मेरा काम का नहीं है. I saw there is a two-wheeler which I want to ride. It's called as Africa Twin. Minimum is 24 to 40. But one of my friends have it. बोलता है कि वो machine नहीं है. It is a man only. Means what? I don't want to purchase. It doesn't give me any deep satisfaction. If you want to ride it in the city traffic, it will be as bulky as like I am riding a four-wheeler. So you are buying a milk means you need the fats and the proteins which is there from the milk. If you are buying a egg means it needs protein from that. अभी मैं बोलता हूँ I am giving a egg which does not have a protein in it. बोलेगा then what is that egg? I am going to give you notes, but that notes is not going to come for your exam. अब बोलेगा आपके लिए, है ना? So need satisfaction means as per your need, the commodity has to satisfy. Okay, is there any big difference between watching a TV, which was that conventional tube, and then this is an LED, correct? What is the big difference? Sir, LED occupies less space, correct? And these are light emitting as a dionotric bulbs. I said, इसलिए उसको LED and LCD बोलते हैं. LCD also it is big thick. अभी LCD तो बंद, अभी only LED चलता है. What is good thing about this LCD or LED? One thundering lightning, and if our building does not have the thundering lightning conductor, this might be a 40 or a 50,000 or even 1 lakh close, but it will go in 1 second. But if you use a tube TV, it can withstand. Sorry to use that, it's not a commodity, but the service. Many a times it has seen when airline services, when we are opting for a service where the young dashing girls are there, but then an dependable airline called Air India. In times of emergency, the air hostess of Air India have only proved good. That movie called Nirja. It's a true story of a particular lady, and she was from Air India only. Imagine we remove that Air India air hostess, is it? And put any 19, 20 or 25-year-old girl. Will she be able to handle such a situation? No. So need satisfaction is very simple. So as per your need, if the product is able to satisfy your thing, then you will buy it. If it is not, you will not buy it. Okay. So I'll give the notes quickly. Or shall I move ahead? Will you write this on your own? Pakka? Okay. And then you put the next heading. So make this question only. If I don't get the question, you'll say kidhar diya. Briefly explain the important nature of the products. Briefly explain the important nature of the products. Briefly explain important nature of the products. Next. We have 12 chapters. I think ICSE will cancel some parts of the. Is the portion, revised portion available for this subject for your school? Teachers have already told us. Available now only. ये chapter का देखना sir. I'll tell you from the volume only we can. And pass to my letter. I think this chapter में क्या क्या है. Rule of marketing we have done, meaning and nature ही है. और कुछ भी नहीं है, मीनिंग एंड नेचर ऑफ सर्विसेज और होल सिलेबस. अरे आर यू डूइंग ऑनलाइन सर्च?
Yes,
it is same as your textbook. It is same as your textbook, man. Or is it different? Are you sure?
Yes.
Wait, let me cross check. Okay, now put the next heading, type and meaning and types of services. के बाद में मुझे WhatsApp देता हूँ या मैं तो ये fixes. Meaning and types of services. Meaning and nature of services. Services are intangible. Services are intangible. Meaning and ठीक है मैं कर देता हूँ. पहले ये डिफरेंस कर लेते हैं. Meaning and nature of services. Is it tangible or intangible? Is it visible or invisible? Can you touch and feel? No. Why not? What happened? Services. You cannot see. Services cannot be seen. Abhi, I am providing teaching services. What does it mean? I am standing here. I am teaching you. But can you say itna hi sir ne notes you can show? But the knowledge, you only acquire it. Doctor services, teacher services, lawyer services, and then other business consultant services. I mean, in fact, abhi sabse zyada India mein marriage consultant services. I don't know why they are so earning, because many people are into the lifestyle which the European people are doing it. हमारा parents बहुत tension में रहता है. तो अभी से वो consultant को पकड़ के घूमता रहता है. Then estate consultant services. So services are generally intangible. अगर वो tangible है, then it won't be service. It will become goods. Goods. वही तो हम लोग ने किया ना. चलिए, right below. Services are of generally intangible nature. Services are generally of intangible nature. Which fulfill the needs of the consumer, to satisfy various wants. Next. Next point. Services are totally different from the product. With respect to. You try to catch the words that are given for product and try to write exactly opposite. I've given tangible. So इधर क्या लिखेंगे? Intangible. Touch and see cannot be touched, and it is invisible. ऐसा लिखो. Let's see. Go to the product that I've given. Exactly opposite words that are given for the product. Then you write nature of these services. Point number 1. Intangibility. I'm giving it as compared to goods. Goods you have to write on your own. Intangibility. Since these services are invisible in nature, only it can be semicolon. It can only be experienced. Next. Point number 2, perishability, or perishability. It is the unique feature of services. It is the unique feature of the services. Means cannot be stored for any future use. Means cannot be stored for any future use. Cannot be stored for any future use. Next. Inseparability. It is produced and used at the same time. It is produced and used at the same time without any waiting time, as in case of the products. As in case of the given products. Given products. So, services cannot be separated from its service providers. So, services cannot be separated from its service providers. Services cannot be separated from its service providers. Next, variability. Variability. It cannot be standardized. It cannot be standardized or made uniform to all the customers, all the consumers alike. Alike means same. Huh? To all the consumers alike. Full stop. For example, I am using a textual example only. The waiters in a hotel or a restaurant, a waiter in a hotel or a restaurant does not provide same kinds of services to all his customers. Have you seen it? What is an expert sheet told me that I left in between? But that's not there. Only the nature and meaning and nature of the protected places. If this chapter is finally over, I think. Yeah, am I correct? The other minor parts you read it. When we meet next, we will directly start the which chapter? The 4 P's, marketing mix. So you please read at least one page number 17, 18, and 19. So every time I'm asking to revise and come. But I don't think my call is going to the deaf ears or to the amused. So every time I don't want to give you up till that dot time notes, hai na? 1 or 2 minutes we can relax, share something, or you can ask me or give me any valuable information. related to your schools?
20 or 30.
Oh, wonderful. Which test? School test. Good boy. एकदम मर्द की तरह हाथ लगा दे क्या इसको in your school is it in CS CA
No, sir. Civics.
civics oh good how about others अभी तक हुआ नहीं Josh around 10 मतलब क्या 8 to 9 है क्या it was a which test school test it is good देखो one thing what I'm trying to say very simple क्या बोल रहे हैं now whatever the UT has given you a hard work of lecturing and you have put 1 month or close to 1 month and when the school reopens try to show your performance in the school ऐसे एक डब्बों की तरह कोने में बेंच पकड़ के सोने का नहीं स्कूल में भी जाके आंसर करो पार्टिसिपेट करो हाँ without naming our institute we will be very proud like every year Anubhav sir keeps a very good functions regarding the school for last 2 years we couldn't do due to corona but to be very frank whatever you have seen out of maybe 9 students are from our UT only the toppers or if I'm saying 10 out of 10 also there is no big show so we are producing I don't want to advertise so I want you to be one among that 10 guarantee confirm or guarantee double guarantee yes oh, that's good yeah देखो she only saying Sadhu Aswani am I correct good so I want you to be the next toppers of our UT as well as of your school okay what's it I didn't hear it was she there in my subjects Sanpada branch only and then I met up taught English oh good देखो सुनो what some subjects they get 100 out of 100 also chalo so on that positive note I am preparing all 98 and 99 students I'll see you in my next lectures okay bye then take care